Hello, everybody. It's another episode of Case Kung Fu. We're going to be here in Cleveland, Ohio, doing some Kung Fu on my porch, at least until it gets to be cold winter time, which is probably right around the corner. But today we're going to work on some kicks and strikes, but we're going to break those down a little bit more than we have in the past. Special thanks to Laura for pointing out that we should be doing that because you guys are watching on videos. So with that, let's get started because we only have half an hour. All right, let's start bowing in like we always do. So legs apart, right hand down flat, left hand covers it, left leg comes in, right hand fist, left hand open, and bow. Great. Left to right, we've got a short warm up like always. Up and down, circle your head, circle your head the other way. We'll do some stretching as well. And shoulders. You'll note that we do pretty much try to mix the warm-ups up a little bit. There's only been about, 5 sessions so far that we've recorded and put up the other way. But we do try to mix the warm-ups up a little bit so that we do kind of some different exercises and whatnot. But they're almost always hands on waist push-ups, back and forth. Back and forth. Try to get a nice big bend. Nice big bend. Good, and side to side. So hopefully these are just enough for you guys to get a little bit of a warm up in, get some Kung Fu in, circle the waist, and do something that isn't sitting in front of a computer or watching the other way, the horrible news. So we're hoping that this is a good and uplifting time. Feet together, hands on knees. We're gonna bend the ankles, bend the knees, and rotate. I guess we don't really bend the ankles, but we're gonna keep the ankles loose. We rotate around. Great, rotate them the other way. We wanna get all of our joints and everything kind of used to moving. So just a quick warm up helps with that. You'll note that we're only spending 12 minutes or so on a warm up. Shake it out. Which means that this is something that you could do every single day at home. You could at least do the warm-up and a little bit of stretching. And it'll be good for you, especially if it only takes out 15 minutes of your day, not even that. All right, we're gonna do mountain climbers. We did mountain climbers a few episodes ago. We're gonna do mountain climbers again. So those, we're gonna come down and just watch for a second first. We're gonna be in plank position. One leg will be up, all right? We then shift, shift, shift. So we count out 3. All right, I'll do that from this angle. I don't know if you can, oh, maybe you can see it better from here. Sorry. We go 1, 2, 3, and that's 1. All right, so why don't you come down with me into a plank position? I'll count them out. So we'll be in plank position. All right, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, wait, I didn't do 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. Come up onto your feet. Great. So we got a little bit of cardio in there and hopefully a little bit of a core workout if you're keeping your plank position tight. Next, we're gonna do speed skaters. Speed skaters involve a short hop, a shift. You shift down and touch, step, shift down and touch. Now, if that's a little harder for you, you can just shift, 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 okay? It's kind of like the motion of speed skating in ice, all right? But if you've got the flexibility and the mobility, then you'll hop to the side, touch, hop to the side, touch. All right, that's gonna get you a bit more of a workout. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. Good. Great. Great job. All right. We're going to come down for push-ups. So back down into a plank position. So we're going to actually work 2 push-ups this time. So the first, elbows will bend in towards you. The second set, elbows will bend out. I want you guys to pay attention to your hand placement so that the elbows bend in. And on the second set, the elbows bend out. So you'll note, hands in line with the shoulders, elbows will bend in. Hands outside, elbows will bend out. All right? Let's come down into a plank position. Here we go. Hands are inside the shoulders. And begin. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. Come up. You'll rest for just a moment. Great. We're going to do the next set. So arms are a little wider this time so they bend to the side. Here. Ready. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2. Good. Sit. Feet are out in front and reach. See? Super quick, easy warm up. And now we're already into stretching. If you do this at home and you want to get more out of the warm up, what I would suggest is that you take our exercises and do them 3 times. And you can do them in a circuit. So it would be at this point that you would pause the video, go back, and then start the warm up all over again. And you would do that 2 times so that you've gone through it a total of 3 times before you go into stretching. Point the toes. I mentioned before that with the stretching, it's really important to get a long enough stretch. So thankfully, we warmed up pretty decently, but we're not really working on increasing our flexibility as much as making sure that we're not really injured. And so if you wanted to really increase your flexibility, you would hold each of these stretches for probably at least 30 seconds to a minute. And then you would do them repeatedly. But really 30 seconds to a minute is really kind of the shortest amount of time that you want to hold most of these stretches to get some real benefit from them. Let's bring the feet in for a butterfly. So you will bring the feet in as close as you can to the groin and press your knees down as your body comes up. So you'll see that my back is relatively straight. And then I'm going to lean forward while keeping my hips on the ground. Lean forward. Good. Good job. Come back out. We're going to take the left leg out. Right leg is going to come in and brace against the side here of the inside thigh. We're going to reach once towards the straight towards the foot with both hands. So your face and body is kind of in line with that leg. Good. We're going to shift so that we're over. Good. And you want to drive that elbow up towards the ceiling and look under the elbow like you're looking up at the ceiling underneath your elbow. Hopefully there's no light there blinding you. Good. Come back down. We're going to just swap these out. Open the other leg. Before we switch, we're going to reach forward. So both legs open, reach forward. Reach, reach, reach. You should be feeling maybe a stretchy ache. Nothing tearing, nothing burning, certainly no sharp needles, nothing like that. Good, bring the left leg in now. Reach both hands to that right foot. And again, your body is turned so that you're in line with this leg. So not here, but fully square to that leg. You can see it this way. I'm here, not here. Both. Great. Good, and we're gonna turn to the side now. Note you can use this right arm to brace inside the leg if you need a little bit of help really getting that turn. Now you're gonna probably feel this stretch in kind of your lower backs, maybe even in your obliques. Some of you might even feel it going up towards the upper back, depending upon how much stress and tension you carry there and how much it needs to be stretched out. Good, good. Relax that, come up on your feet. Excellent. So we had a really short warm up. I think we only took up about 12 minutes of the entire time so far. We do want to do one thing. Let's stretch out our upper backs a little bit. So we're going to drop the neck, roll the shoulders in, and kind of just ease ourselves down a little bit and focus on the back and the upper back and the neck. See if you can get just a bit of a stretch. Just really kind of fold in the neck and at the shoulders. And slowly, slowly down. We're not actually going to go all the way down to the feet. I would recommend that if you're doing that at home. You can certainly go all the way down to the feet. We just don't have time in the short amount of time that we have for this. Good. And come up. Circle those out a little bit just to get any tension out. Excellent. All right. So we're ready to start with some other Kung Fu stuff. So again, let's talk about the guard stance. We'll be here. We're going to shift one foot back, turn that foot out 45, turn that foot 45. We're going to relax. Now note, I'm not like this. My stance is open. I can easily turn my hips, and with a slight bend, my hips can be forward. My hips are essentially forward in this direction. If I point in the same direction as my feet, my hips are forward, but I then turn here. Hands are up. Remember, elbows are not out. Elbows drop down, relax. Where? Between the eyebrow and like the nose or the mouth, right in this area. Where's this one? Forehead down to nose at the lowest, all right? Keep those in. We're going to shift and punch. Now this punch, I'll move up a little bit. This punch is gonna turn out from here. You can see that my shoulder stays relaxed and engaged. This comes, turns at the last moment, right here, turn. All right, let's just do that. We're gonna just do the cross. All right, if you need to, if your shoulder is not cooperating and it's kind of coming up, use your hand to guide it and just force it down if you need to. Force it down. Eventually what you'll do is you'll train your muscles to have enough strength to naturally just keep your shoulders down unless you're ready to engage them. So again, we're here, guard stance. We're gonna punch. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna shift. We're gonna punch with this one. Same thing. If you need to, keep the hand on the shoulder if you need to keep that down. We're gonna hit 1, 2, 3. And I gotta watch my hand height here. The one nice thing about Zoom is that I get to see me and I get to see all the mistakes that I make. So this is actually pretty excellent for me. So we're here, all right? No, I am crouching a lot lower. Like, I'm not normally gonna fight from here, but I want you guys to be able to see me close up. So here we are, 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna notice that I'm staying, if I don't move with this, where is this? This is along my center line. This is your center line, right? This is along my center line, the center line for the attack. So I'm not attacking at the shoulder, at either shoulder. I'm attacking straight on at my head height. I'm shorter, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna train myself to hit way up here. I wanna get used to hitting here. When you train with targets, then you'll train yourself to hit at targets. But what you wanna first focus on is having solid technique for your punch. So again, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Now we're gonna shift to the other side. We're gonna jab now. 1, 2, 3. And you'll note, again, this ends up being on my center line, right? My fist doesn't move. But if I move my body, it's center line. So make sure that you're doing the same thing. Make sure that you're lining up with your center line, all right? Now we're gonna hit 3 times cross, 3 times jab again. 1, 2, 3, and jab. 1, 2, 3, and cross. 1, 2, 3, and jab. 1, 2, 3, and cross. 1, 2, 3, and jab. 1, 2, 3. And I'll show you on the footwork, you'll see that when I cross, I'm gonna pivot out just a little bit here. Now this is more Western style boxing, but this is useful as well. You know, we can pull from different martial arts in order to build on the practical applications. We don't have to do everything stylized. So we're gonna focus on the strike. 1, 2, 3. I engage the hip and I just use the heel coming up as a way to pivot a little bit more. With the lead, you'll see how I just slightly turn into that. It's just a shift in the hip. My footwork doesn't change. Here, my footwork changes because I am having to move this shoulder to the center line. And I want to create a lot more power. So I'll turn to engage this. On this side, I'm just having to move a little bit to put this along my center line, right? Just a little bit. So this just turns a bit, all right? Let's try just the footwork. We're gonna try it. Let's switch our feet first. So let's go with a right foot guard stance. So that's the lead. And we're gonna just pivot. 1, 2, 3, just engage the hip. And then we're gonna just engage the hip this way. 1, 2, 3. It's almost like you're hip checking somebody, like you're bumping them out of the way. All right, rear, again. 1, 2, 3. If you think about like you're hitting with your shoulder, and so you've really got to reach for that, right? And now we're gonna hip check. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna hit with the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna hip check. 1, 2, 3. Now what happens when we put the hands back into it? So hands are up. Lead hand, remember, no lower than the nose. No lower than the nose. Rear hand, no lower than the mouth. No lower than the mouth. Why? Because look, I want to protect my chin, right? I don't want to be here. I'm not really guarding anything. So I want to be no lower than my nose or my mouth so that I can protect my chin. Here, this side, I want to be able to protect my eyes and my nose and my temple, all right? So that's why we travel in this space here. It really shouldn't be lower than the very top of your nose. Definitely not as low as your mouth. You don't want to be fighting here because what's all open? All my face, pretty much, all right? One here, one here. That lets you kind of sink in on either side and you can just drive your elbows up, all right? Good, so we're in a right guard stance, all right? We're gonna throw the rear one first, right? So that's the cross. We're going to hit 1, 2, 3, center line. Now we're going to hip check, right, with the jab. 1, 2, 3. Also center line. Rear cross. 1, 2, 3. Front jab. 1, 2, 3. That's a little superfluous because of course the jab is front. And cross. 1, 2, 3. Jab. 1, 2, 3. Cross. 1, 2, 3. Jab. 1, 2, 3. Cross. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's get back into a left guard stance. We're going to throw these in combination now. We're going to jab, cross. It's going to jab, cross, and we're really putting something into that. What we want them to do is go for this block, hopefully drop the hands, and then come in with a powerful cross. All right? So we're going to hit 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoops. Oh, my feet are off. Oh no, but I'm jabbing and crossing. No, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Just a couple more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. We're going to switch our feet. We're going to switch our feet. So we are jab, cross. Whoops. Jab, cross, right? Jab, cross. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Good. Jab, cross. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. At your face level. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. Good. Good. You guys are doing really great. Really, really great. All right. So one other thing to note, I know I'm giving you guys lots of details, but that's the whole point of this particular video, is to give you those details. What I don't want to see are fists like this. We don't want light. There we go. We don't want light to travel through our fist, right? No light escapes the massive black hole gravitational power of our fists. So close those fists all the way, all right? Now that's different than say using a leopard fist, you know, or using an open hand or heel strike, but we're not using the leopard fist right now, all right? These are great for like here, 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 but we're gonna close these and we're gonna cover here, not here. Please don't do that. Please don't. The thumb wants to be seen on the outside, all right? Here. Is this right? No, it's not right. Why? Because there's light. No light, okay? Great, let's get a couple of kicks in. Let's get a couple of kicks in. So we're gonna be here. What I wanna focus on is just that push kick. Why? I know obviously the round kicks are more fun. You know, the, let's see if I can do it. I haven't done one in forever. The butterfly kicks are more fun. Certainly the tornado kicks are more fun, as are like the crescents. But from a practical standpoint, you want to have a solid push kick and a solid side kick. Why? Because look at the arc of my rear roundhouse kick. Look at this arc. All that distance that it has to travel, all that distance before it hits a target, versus this. So the shortest distance between two targets, a straight line, not a big curved arc. And if you're trying to get a fast kick out, a push kick, whether it's lead, whether it's rear or lead, or a side kick, is going to be a lot faster. And also, these can still generate a lot of power. The great part of kind of the round kicks is the amount of power that you can generate by engaging so many muscle groups and really throwing that around. The downside of it is, of course, its speed or lack thereof. All right, so we're gonna work the rear leg push kick. Once we get the rear leg push kick down, you know, on another video, what we'll do is we'll focus on the lead leg. We just don't want you guys focusing too much on leaning back to get that out. So let's focus on the rear. You're just gonna bring that toe out, bring the knee up and push out. All right, I'll do it from this angle. Knee comes up, pushes out, comes back down. Knee pushes out, comes down, or it can push out, come down from there. Note when you come down, you're coming back down into a guard stance. Look at this open stance. If I kick with the rear leg, I come back down into an open guard stance, not this. You can see that it's not open because look at this cross, all right? That's not where I wanna be. The only time I might do that is if I needed to kick here. Whoops, let's try that again. If I needed to kick here and kick back there. It's the only time that I might set myself up that way. But you're still at too much of a risk by having yourself here. This base cross doesn't give you a lot of room to adjust. All right, so here we are. Toe out, knee comes up, push out, step down. Good, toe out, knee comes up, push out, step down. If you need to adjust, just do a big shuffle backwards, okay? Toe out, kick, step down. You can do a big shuffle backwards if you need to. Toe out, knee up, push, kick, and down. Do a big shuffle back if you need to. And kick. Great. Toe out, kick. And whoops. Toe out, kick. And it's important to note that I am pushing out. Push, not snapping up. The movement is not up, it is out. And there is a slight difference with that. It's really about where you're trying to apply the force. It does look somewhat the same when you're just watching it on video, but it's about the intention of your force and where you're actually applying it. So you're not applying it to swing up like a snapping heel kick, you're pushing out. So not up, out, all right? Let's try to get the other side. Oh, we have been alternating sides. All right, so right foot, kick, step down, left foot, kick, step back, right foot, kick, step back, left. I don't know my right from my left. Don't trust me on right and left. Everything else is good. Good, we're just getting in a few kicks. I'm gonna take these to the side at a little bit of an angle so that you can see them. And you'll note the hands shift, right? Our hands shift as we shift, my lead hand comes up to guard higher, my rear hand comes down a little bit. Great, 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 good job, you guys. Good job. You'll definitely want to work on your flexibility for that because you do need a little bit more flexibility to really be able to extend those kicks out. I don't know if we really have time for anything else. So maybe we'll have a video that ends at 30 or 31 minutes this time instead of 35. So with that, we will wrap up. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is Case Kung Fu. We're gonna bow out first and then I'll say all the stuff. So here we are. Right hand down, left hand on top. Left leg comes in. Right hand open, right hand closed, left hand open. Bow and sheshe. Thank you guys so much. So we are Case Kung Fu here, like I said, here in Cleveland, Ohio, part of Case Western Reserve University. Check us out on YouTube. You can go to Jamie, you can search Jamie Van Doren, it's on my channel. Or better yet, search Case Kung Fu. It's in our playlist, practices and drills. You're welcome to just check out everything, whether you're part of Case Kung Fu or not, whether you even come to Case Western Reserve University or not. We're just happy to kind of show you guys some stuff and have people engaging and doing something physical. But definitely feel free to give us some love in the comments and share it with your friends. And then also tell us if there's something that you want to see that you'd like us to work on, whether it's a self-defense drill or weapons or anything at all. We're happy to kind of take suggestions. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great one.